Howdy friends, Bernardo Spaniel from Nardio.net, and happy Warhammer Day. So this is going to be like a quick reaction video to that, and then kind of a channel update on what's coming out soon, because I actually have recorded recently a lot of videos that I'm hoping to air soon, so it's going to be kind of spammy from what you see. But let's go into the quick nitty gritty of Warhammer Day, my reactions, and TLDR. I didn't a lot of that would happen today was expected, but just didn't make me happy or tickle my fancy. That said, I hope a lot of people watched it, enjoyed it, and got what they wanted. For me, I was kind of disappointed. Okay, so let's go. We've got a new Necron miniature and codex on the way. Same with Adeptus Mechanicus. And then we've got a new Kill Team box and a separate bit of terrain for it, and then some Age of Sigmar stuff, and Old World. None of it really did it for me, at least, because, how do I say this? The Necron Codex, cool. I like them. I like the new figure for Emotek the Stormlord. It's interesting because, like, on the one hand, I'm happy they kind of stayed faithful to the previous edition version of it. Like, they really brought a lot of it back. But on the other hand, I don't know, I kind of was hoping for something a little grander. That said, you know, maybe we don't need gigantic centerpieces for everything. So, I don't know, it's good. It's good enough. And then the codex, which is needed. But then it's just weird to me because I was kind of, I don't know, the whole, and you get one mini. Next, you get one mini. Next, I don't know. I was hoping for a little more, but then again, the last edition of the game was very Necron oriented. So, you know, I understand. The next one was the Adeptus Mechanicus one, and honestly, he just looks stupid. I think he looks like kind of a Marvel villain to me, Stilt Man or something like that, Elevator Man or something, but some guy who just has giant stilts. I think he fought Ant-Man a few times. Not Ant-Man, Iron Man. And it just looks hokey, and the weird part for me, watching the event, was even the hosts were just like kind of laughing at it, and not like, that's hilarious, but like, that's, at least to me, it seemed like even they thought it was hokey. And the comment section around the internet, which is of course always negative, also did seem to not be impressed by that guy. But I'm sure they'll make him a strong unit, and he'll be kind of fun to have around. But you know, it's basically a regular Skitarii dude, I believe Skitarii, but like Mechanicus line, like foot soldier on giant stilts with a long hanging exhaust pipe penis almost looking thing dangling between his legs. I that clear it's I hope this gets as much, and I shouldn't say it, but I'm saying it anyway. I hope this gets more hate than the Desolation Marines did, because at least for me, I liked the Desolation Marines because they brought back that like 90s, early 2000, like big gun comic anime vibe. Like, you know, you see an X-Force or X-Men characters with Bishop or Cable or whatnot. So seeing a bunch of Space Marines carrying giant stupid guns with guns on the guns and the guns was like kind of cool for me. A foot soldier with giant stilts and a hanging exhaust penis, I think, is just going to hopefully become a meme somehow. But yeah, and let's see, the rest of it was meh to me. I'm interested in the new Age of Sigmar Dawnbringer book, but I don't even know if I'm ever going to buy it because these things are so disgustingly expensive. And I hate that. I really don't like that they have lore, like world, universe moving lore behind these big paywalls. I mean, I understand it in one way because this is a community of people who can afford these things, but oh, man, I really wish these books were like 20 bucks. But hey, I'm just broke, so that's my issue. Seems interesting. Oh yeah, Kill Team. I feel like they should start calling it like nickel and dime, because I don't know. Everything about Kill Team just seems like they're trying to extract the most money out of you with giving you as little value as possible. Like, it's still disgusting to me that when you buy a set of minis, you got to buy the book with the rules for them separately. Like, they can't even give you a stat card. Granted, yes, I know it'll be out of date because they don't know how to balance their things before they ship them. But, like, for God's sakes, give people what they need to play out of the box. And then now they're separating the terrain even faster than they normally did from the sets by not even including it. And before they released like last season, they released a limited number of sets that would come with the terrain, and then people had to pay more to get what was in the box later on because either the scalpers bought them or they just didn't produce enough. And it always felt like they were just pushing people into these more expensive transactions later on, and it was very off-putting. And they looked like they embraced that philosophy and went even harder here. So you get some rehashed terrain separate on the side that I'm sure is going to be well over $100, and 2 sets of teams. And the funniest part, saddest part for me there was they didn't even seem to care about the Space Marine Scout team. Like, oh yeah, we reviewed those before, and kind of glossed over it like they were, I don't know, boring, not important. And then they kind of somewhat focused on the Aldari ones, which is understandable because they're finally coming into plastic. But it was weird watching a presentation of people who didn't seem that invested in it or excited. Like, how do I say this? Their excitement seemed feigned, and it's weird because, hey, you guys are selling me stuff and you're not even that excited about this stuff. So it's like, why should I be? The rest of the other Age of Sigmar stuff, cool. The Sylvaneth guy was okay for me. And then the new Stormcast guy, he's okay. Kind of reminds me of a 40k chaplain thrown in. I mean, maybe this is how he always looked, but this is my first time seeing the character, and I don't know, didn't do it for me. Then here's the Britannia stuff, Old World. It's like classic medieval miniature stuff that just doesn't float my boat, so I wasn't that enthused. So, and that was it. We also got notified that the next event's happening in November, which is cool. I kind of like that, every few months they have something coming out where you can just be excited for the new thing coming. So that's cool. Personally, I wanted what was teased for the event. And by that I mean during the past, few months, Warhammer's been showing retro minis, retro art, retro painting styles. And there was recently an article on Warhammer Community, 40 years of Warhammer from retro painting to modern day masterclasses. And throughout the article, you're seeing bunches of miniatures together. And there was one part that had an old orc, an old Tyranid, an old Aldari, an old, I think, Dark Aldari, and then a classic Space Marine. These 5 minis, to me, would have been the perfect little bundle to sell for collectors, for people who love painting, for people who've never experienced these old things. If they released this set at a sane price, which I know is asking too much, but if they released this set of older miniatures, or one of the older miniatures they had before, like classic Nagash, classic Calgar, and either on their own or at least together in some sort of this came out in this decade box set, I would be so hyped for that, and I'd be so excited to see what people in the community bring to the table in painting it all, and then I would love the chance to paint these things myself without having to overpay someone on eBay or find recasters someplace. It's like, these are hard to find and disgustingly expensive, or supporting some illegal stuff if I went that way, which I'm not really a fan of. So it's like, I don't know, I was really hoping they brought more classic 40K from 40 years ago back to today. I mean, it's kind of funny to me that there wasn't the announcement that they're releasing, I believe, I forgot what it was, but there's like an older version, one of the first incarnations of Warhammer 40K was being released soon on a made-to-order basis. And that was mentioned sometime last week, and it's like, that should have been an announcement for this week. I don't know why it was excluded from the presentation. It's actually really, really, really weird to me. So, I don't know. It's always weird when something happens where a company or an event explains, hey, we're doing something, here's what's going to be involved, and you as a viewer have expectations that don't line up for reality, so there's a disappointment. Granted, company A delivered on what it promised or teased, but it didn't live up to what you as the viewer wanted. And I'm sure there are a lot of people today who are going to be raging online for it, but it's just weird for me because they've done me no wrong, but I still kind of feel gypped in a way. I mean, I'm also up way earlier on a Saturday than I normally would be, but that's a good thing. Maybe I can just, go on a hike with Jazz or explore the city on this rainy day, nice and early. But I don't know. I, I see all this rich history and lore put out, and they had a bunch of other articles showing like old artwork, like awesome artwork there, old like miniatures and like stories behind them. I think would have been old battle reports, and I think it would be interesting if they just released some stuff that kind of catered to that. Here are, various battle reports and battle plan and like, things you can do from the previous editions. Here's a book containing all the ways to, like, how to say this, scenarios from all the past codexes and books, some massive, here's a way to play these old scenarios, and here's the lore behind it, so modern players can just say, hey, I want to do the Battle from the Crag in this way with the Tyranids and the Space Marines, or I want to do like some old stuff from a bunch of the older editions, and just like play through it and just like give people new, not really new way, yeah, sort of new ways to play. And then there's the old art. I would love a gigantic coffee table book. I don't even have a coffee table. I don't even have a living room, but I want the book that's like massive and has all the classic art. And then new art mixed in that's inspired by the classics, or all original new art too, that just, like, I don't know, reimagine. I don't know. It's like I feel like it'd be so cool to have them put what they teased online in a way I can buy and appreciate at home. Also digital, because I love having these sorts of things on my Kindle. But yeah, and then the same with the mini sets. I don't know. I had a feeling, and I shouldn't have, but I was really hoping we'd see like previous editions of the game brought out so you can buy them again. They did that recently, but they left the rules out, I believe. But still, I'm disappointed, and I don't think I'm going to buy any of this stuff because none of it does it for me, which is great. Save money. Now, other stuff, I'm going to be having videos soon on these two boxes. Why do I have two Underworld starter sets? Well, there's a video for that coming soon. I'm building my own Goblin team for Blitz Bowl, and there's a video for that explaining why I'm doing this soon. And there's also me explaining the rules for the new Community Vampire team. Well, for the Community Vampire team, that I have updated the rules slightly to make them, in my opinion, better. Also, I seem to be triggering people because my rules aren't to their liking for the board game that I play with my girlfriend in my house by ourselves, that we share on the internet, that no one has to watch. But yeah, apparently this is provoking feelings. Guys, touch grass, get air. If you don't like it, you don't have to. I'm not saying this is the way we would play. I joke around with the whole, like, we're the official Blitz Bowl channel of the internet. But that means nothing because, one, I say it jokingly. Two, it's because I love the game and I want to keep playing it, and I hope you enjoy watching it. But if you don't need to. You don't need to play it the way I play it. I get slack from some groups online. I got some angry messages on Facebook from people who are upset that I do 20-minute games. So upset that I'm making my own rules. So this is how I play, and I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm honestly, I watch my own content, and I enjoy seeing the fun I had with Jazz when we play, or relive the fun things, and that just makes me happy. And some people choose to watch it, and some people choose to leave likes, positive comments, and hopefully I'm making you guys happy too. And to the people who aren't, again, touch grass, go outside, live your life, make your own content. I love being the greatest and official Blitz Bowl channel on the internet, but I'd be perfectly happy to see other people make their own Blitz Bowl content. And I think it would be great. And I think it would, in the end, it would help me out because I feel like it'd bring more attention to Blitz Bowl, which might bring more viewers to me. But at the same, it would also bring more people into the game, which I want. I want to see Blitz Bowl Ultimate Edition continue to be sold so more people around the world get a chance to play it. Hopefully, it moves on from the confines of Barnes and Noble onto Amazon officially and other resellers, other sellers like Target or Walmart, and we get more people in that community. In general, there's no gatekeeping here. I want there to be less gates. I want more people playing these sorts of things. And the whole idea of store exclusives irks me to no end. I want to be able to talk to more friends outside and have them know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, I'm going home play a game of Blitzball. So that, people get it. So yeah, you don't like it, make your own stuff. If you need help with that, I can do a tutorial video on how I film my stuff and show you how to do it, give you ideas, work with you. I'm happy to. I have zero, but I'm not going to get into any like YouTube wars with like competing channels and all that like childish nonsense. Again, I believe all ships can rise together, and even if you hate me, even if you're making content to spite me because you don't like how I'm playing, good. Hopefully you're focused on being happy, and hopefully your videos, the way you want to play, will make people happy too. And then hopefully people will be like, you know what? No, I don't like that Bernardo guy's video. I like John or Tim's or Sam's channels, the way they do things. And it brings more positivity and happiness in the world. So that's cool. Anyway, so there's this stuff. There's the Halloween game that I'm almost done editing. I'm going to have that out, I believe, a day early for channel members, and then move it to Halloween first thing in the morning so that like everyone else can see. I'm trying the whole membership thing, but I don't want to have too much stuff gate kept per se. I'm going to have some exclusive member only stuff, permanent things, but I'm also going to have some things that come out early for members and then the community. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do this because realistically, I just want to get my content out there. So who knows? I don't know. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And I just found a hard drive that has my a bunch of a bunch of Fireteam content on. And I know I have some Halloween Fireteam games, so I got to dig through this thing soon and start editing those babies up because and then we have Halloween decorations. So I'm super excited about doing like some new Halloween games. So and getting back into Fireteam, we're probably going to screw up so many rules because it's been a little bit since we played. I've been on the Blitz Bowl bandwagon. But first, my big goal this weekend is to play through both of these Warhammer Underworld starter sets because they may look identical, but they're not. And I want to know which one is more fun. So the big plan today, besides spending time with my kitties and Jazz and hopefully doing some workout stuff, is to clean and get these things played. I have to hurry up and paint this set. So as soon as I am done with this video, I'm going to get on this. But yeah, anywho, I ranted enough. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Stay happy, stay healthy, be positive, avoid the stuff that doesn't make you happy, and live your best life. It's interesting to see how much negativity is heaped around the internet. And I know that's the nature of the internet, but it's also to me a sign of how many people need help out there. Because why dwell on negativity? Why focus on things that don't make you happy? And there's a saying the kids say, touch grass. It means go outside and, appreciate everything else and do other things. And honestly, I can't agree more with that. I feel like so many things would be better if people went out and walked for like 5 miles, experienced nature, a rainy day, the sound of a happy kid, spending time with loved ones, going on dates, just living your life away from the keyboard. I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, I'm ranting. Hope you're good. Bye. Have a great day.